Hey everybody. So we're working on the score, Three Little Birds. Last week we focused on page 1. We practiced page 1. We learned some new words like system. We reviewed some old words like staff and staves and measure and bar lines and stuff like that. So today we're going to review some of the words. Then we're going to practice page 2. So last week we practiced page 1. This week we're going to practice page 2. So first let's review the word staff. So a staff is the thing that you write notes on. There are different kinds of staves. Stave is plural for staff. I know, you're like, why don't we just say staffs? Well, we don't say staffs, we say staves. Just like we don't say leaves, do we? No. There's one leaf, there's a pile of leaves. Staff, one staff. Staves is when you have 2 or more staves. Okay. Let's count the staves on this page. So a stave has a treble clef or a bass clef at the beginning. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 staves on page 2. Now let's remember the word system. So a system is when you connect 2 or more staves with one long bar line at the beginning. So do you see how I have connected 2 staves with one long bar line right there? The top staff is what we're singing. The bottom staff is what the glockenspiels will be playing at the same time. So whenever you have a system, that shows you that you're going to be reading these 2 staves at the same time. So the singers will be reading the top staff and singing the words, and the glockenspiel players will be reading the bottom staff and playing the glockenspiel at the same time. Let's count the number of systems on page 2. System 1, System 2, System 3, System 4. Now let's review the word measure. Remember that a measure is the space between 2 bar lines. So if I have a bar line here and a bar line here, this part in between, that's the measure. So we can see that we have 5 measures in system 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can see that we have 5 measures in system 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can see that we have 5 measures in system 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can see that we have 5 measures in system 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I would like for you to bring your attention to the bottom staff of each system. Let's take a look at what letters we're playing. So we're still on C here from the previous page. So we go sh, C, sh, C, sh, C, sh, C. And then look at this. We go to G. Okay? So let's go to G. Sh, G, sh, G, sh, G, sh, G. And then look at here. We go back to C. Sh, C, sh, C. Now when we get to the end of the system, we go to the next system. And we're still in C. Sh, C, sh, C. But then look, we go to F. Sh, F, sh, F, sh, F, sh, F. Then we go back to C. Sh, C, sh, C, sh, C, sh, C. When we get to the end of the system, we go to the next system, and right away we're going to G. Sh, G, sh, G, sh, G, sh, G. Now here's where our pattern gets broken up a little bit, because now in this measure at the bottom, we're just going to play one F, F, and then we rest. Rest, 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 rest. Then when we get to this measure, we play E, D, C. And then when we go to the next system, we play 4 C's in a row. C, 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 C. Then we go back to our old pattern. Sh, C, 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 sh, C. Now, one of the things you may have noticed as we were going through this together is that there's a lot more letters. On page 1, we only had 2 letters. We had C and we had F. But on this page, we have more than 2 letters, don't we? Let's figure out what letters we're going to need. Okay, we need C. We need G. That's another C. We need F. So far we have C, F, and G, which we practiced the other day. Remember when we did that? We go back to C, back to G, back to F, and then at near the end, we're just going to go E, D, C, which will be really easy. That's not going to be hard at all, and it's going to be fun. And then we go back to C for the rest of the page, and we'll deal with page 3 later. We're not doing page 3 today, just page 2. So to play page 2 of Three Little Birds, we're going to need 5 letters. We're going to need C, D, E, F, and G. And that is not hard at all. So I don't want you to be worried that it's going to be too hard because we have 5 letters. After you've practiced it a few times, you'll be more confident. So let's warm up today using all 5 letters, C, D, E, F, and G. Warm up time. Okay, we're going to warm up using all 5 letters. So first, let's strike low C 1 time. Now let's strike low D, which is right next to it, 1 time. Now let's strike E, which is right next to the D, 1 time. Now let's move forward to F, which is right next to the E, and strike 1 time. Now the last letter that we need is the G, which is right next to the F. Let's strike it 1 time. Now, when I say go, we're going to do all 5 letters in a row like this. Let me demonstrate. Just listen. When I say go, we're going to go C, D, E, F, G. Just like that, and then we're going to stop. So you ready? 1, 2, ready, go. C, D, E, F, G. Good. Now we're going to go backwards. We're going to start on G, and we're going to go G, F, E, D, C. Are you ready to try that? So start on G. Here we go. G, F, E, D, C. Good. Now we're going to start on C and go to G, and then without stopping, we're going to play G again and come back to C. Let me demonstrate. Here we go. This is what we're going to do. Just listen. Just listen. C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, G, C. You ready to try? All right. 1, 2, here we go. C, D, E, F, G. Back down. G, F, E, G, C. And stop. Very good. Now, we're going to do a warm-up where we're going to strike low C on the 2 and the 4, like we practiced last week. We're going to do 4 measures. 1, 2, here. No, yeah, we're all going to do this together. Are you ready? Because you already know how to do this. You did it last week. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do that on F for 2 measures. So we're playing F on my count. Are you ready? 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stop. Now we're going to do that on G. 2 measures on G. Are you ready? We're going together on the G. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now we're going to do one more warm-up, and the way this warm-up is going to go, I'll call it out as we go. We're going to go 2 measures of C, 2 measures of F, 2 measures of G, and then 2 measures back at C. So C, F, G, C. Are you ready? All right. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on C. 2, 3. Now go to F. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now go to G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now back to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stop. Now that is our warm-up for today. Now let's practice page 2. So get page 2 ready. Hey you guys. Okay, so we're about to play page 2. So make sure that you're looking at the page that has a 2 at the top corner like that. We're going to start at the very beginning. Measure 1. We've already been over the map. We've already been over the score to see how it goes. So now we're going to practice. Now, when I'm playing, until I get something memorized so that I don't have to look at the music anymore, when I'm playing glockenspiel, since I have one hand free, I like to keep one finger on the measure that I'm playing as I go along. That way it's easy for my eye to see where I'm going. That may take a little practice for you, but I think it'll be a shortcut if you want to try it. Okay, so I would put the music down so that whatever your strong hand is going to be playing, right? And then the other hand, you can keep your place on your music. Okay, so I'm going to angle the camera like this. Now I'm just going to go all the way through. If I were you, I would listen the first time. But if you want to go ahead and jump in, you go right ahead. So here I go. I'm going to play all 4 systems. Here I go. 1, 2, here I go. Morning. Smile with the rising sun. I just went to G. 3 little birds. I went back to C. Pitched by mine. Now I'm going to F. Your step. Singing sweet songs. I went back to C a little too early there. Sorry. Melody pure and true. Now I'm on G, saying, this is my message to you. C, 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 worry. C, C, about a thing. C, 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 'cause. And that brings us to the end of page 2. Okay. Let's do that again. And this time, I'm just going to call the letters. I'm not going to sing the melody. So this will be a good time for you to practice because I'm going to call the letters every time, and that'll help you practice and stay on track. So let's do it again, okay? All right, here we go. We're starting at the very first measure of page 2. We're on C. Okay, ready? 1, 2, here we go. 1, C, sh, C, sh, C, sh, C, sh, G, sh, G, sh, G, sh, G, sh, C, sh, C, sh, C, sh, C, sh, F, sh, F, sh, F, sh, F, sh, C, sh, C, sh, C, sh, C, sh, G, sh, G, sh, G, sh, G, F, sh, 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 E, D, C, sh, C, 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 sh, 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 C. And that's the end of page 2. Did you hear me make some mistakes? Yes, I made some mistakes. I always make some mistakes, even though I practice a lot. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not frustrated. It just is what it is. Practice doesn't necessarily make perfect. I'm not really a big fan of that phrase because nobody's perfect and you're not going to get there. Perfection is a worthy goal, but you can't get mad at yourself if you make a mistake. I like to say, practice improves performance, and that is absolutely true in every case. Practice improves performance. Practice makes things better. And you should practice 10 minutes a day on your glockenspiel if you have one, or whatever your instrument is. Let's do this one more time. This time, I'm going to just sing the words so you can try playing your part without my help and see how you do. And are you going to get mad if you mess up? No. No. Are you going to be happy when you get it right? Yes. Okay, let's give it one more round of practice. All right, this time I'm just going to sing the words and play what's on the bottom staff. So I'm singing the top staff and I'm playing the bottom staff. 1, 2, here we go. Morning. Smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melody pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause, and that is the end of our practice for page 2. Now don't forget about page 1. You should still be practicing page 1. Add your practice of page 2. And if you feel like after playing page 1 and page 2 that you feel confident enough to go ahead and try page 3, go for it. But if you want to wait until next week, we'll work on it next week. But yeah, you can always work ahead. That's a great thing about music. And I would also encourage you to make up your own songs. Don't just practice the paper stuff. Don't just practice the stuff that I tell you to practice. Have some fun. Enjoy playing your own stuff. Sometimes I just like to sit down at this glockenspiel and just like to make stuff up. I just like to make stuff up. And you can do that too. And you don't need my help to do that, because whatever you do, it's all right. It's all good, like Pete the Cat says. All right, you guys have a great week. And practice. Practice makes it better. Practice improves performance. I'll talk to you later. Bye.